Well, g'day there, traders and friends right around the world. It is James here with you on behalf of Pivot Point Trading, bringing you this Wednesday afternoon market recap. Before I move into the overall analysis of the markets, I just wanted to let you all know that since Sunday, I've been tremendously unwell. I've been more or less bedridden for the past 4 days, and I've been struck down with a very bad case of the flu. It is winter down here in Brisbane, Australia. And towards the end of winter, which it is, I've been unfortunately struck down. Again, I've been bedridden since Sunday. I've had elevated body temperatures. I've had these consistent headaches and migraines. I've got a bacterial chest infection. My muscles and my joints are aching. I'm just feeling just absolutely terrible. And one of the biggest reason why I haven't actually recorded on a Monday or a Tuesday to give you this market recap is just because I've been simply too unwell. You can probably tell by my voice that it is a little bit croaky. And even as I sit down and do this recording, I'm trying my best not to cough. I've actually tried to do 2 recordings prior to this one. And my flat out coughing has interrupted the recording so much that I deleted them. And I've had to restart them. Here is my 3rd try. And I'm hoping to get through this quite quickly so that I can get back into a resting state. I can lie down and switch off from the markets and just rest and recuperate. So I just wanted to make that very, very clear. Let me move into the overall market analysis though on this Wednesday. First of all, I do want to make one final piece of housekeeping. Pro will be scheduled as usual this Saturday. So I will be sitting down and recording Pro first thing Saturday morning after the markets have closed. I'm hoping that I will have shaken this by Saturday. Obviously, I came down with this on the Sunday. It's 3 or 4 days into it now, so I'm hoping that, in 2 days' time, I will be fit and fighting ready for the pro analysis recording, which will go for about 60 to 80 minutes on this Saturday. But until then, let me just go through this market recap as at the close on the Wednesday afternoon. The Dow Jones Industrial Average today closed down 132 points. I was looking, I couldn't really sleep at all yesterday, and I was watching the market intraday, and I saw that during the night's trading session, or during the day's trading session, the market was down over 200 points. We did see a pushback up to the open, which was very, very interesting. We sold back off, and then we pushed back up slightly towards the end of today's trading session. We did close down 132 points, but what I want to make very, very clear to everyone listening to this recording is that we are really pounding out support. See this green little rectangular box on my screen right here? This is macro support on the Dow Jones Industrial Average. In other words, I can break it down simply like this. It doesn't really bother me what happens in and around this green box because ultimately we're looking for this market to break out and to move back up to 18,000. Somewhat expected to see this little whipsaw type of movement, and in all sincerity and complete honesty, we can hang around this green box for really another couple of trading sessions. We may even push on a little bit lower, but ultimately we are still contending with this multi-year primary bullish trend since the lows in 2009. As you can see over here, we've had these multiple touches as the trend has continued, and this is where this red line is starting to intersect and move very closely to current price. Not only is that very relevant, but also our macro horizontal support as well. So if I go back and just show you our support back in December and also January and February, this is a very, very strong level of support, and we expect this level of support to hold. So what we can really say is that we have a very small downside risk in the way of market structure. We can see this market trading down to about 17,210 at a worst case scenario. But ultimately, the reward is really on the upside, back up to 18,000. It's just taking a little bit more time than what we expected, at least, to get back up just shy of 18,000. Remember, support. Price will not break below this box. Because of that, we can strategically start entering into, again, DIA calls and putting in some really nice stops on these DIA trades, most noticeably below Wednesday's candlestick last week, and just holding these indefinitely until we get that next cycle to the upside. Right now, I'm reading a lot of, at least, media reports and news events about the sell-off today. I'm not too worried about it whatsoever. It was only 132 points, and the market is acting exactly how we expect it to. I would become very concerned at the state of this market if we do break below 17,000, give or take, really that psychological round number. But this is how I see the market playing out, and I've made this very, very clear at least in that previous video, that public video which I did dating back to Wednesday last week, and on multiple occasions before that video was released, on other occasions as well. Looking for this market to bounce back up to about 18,000. We should see a rollover at this level, and when we get that rollover, that is when we will definitively break this primary trend over here, and we will start establishing a series of lower lows, definitive lower lows. And what I mean by that is we will break this 17,000 trigger, or this 17,000 area of macro support. We will break below this, and then we'll ultimately start making our way down to lower targets. But before we start doing that, we are going to see the bullish bounce back up to about 18,000. That will do us for this Wednesday afternoon market recap. I really don't have it in me to go through the S&P 500 or the NASDAQ right now. There's nothing really that needs to be brought to your attention immediately. This week so far has been quite lackluster. I think the net movement, at least on the Dow Jones Industrial Average, is a net loss of just under 100 points. If I change to the weekly candle right here, you can see for yourself the net movement is down 100 points, or 98 points. So I mean, given the Monday's price action to the upside, the inside day on Tuesday, and then today's little bit of a pullback, it's really been a non-eventful week. It's really been a very, very slow week. The S&P 500 today is getting very close to closing below that 200 simple moving average. In and of itself, it's not a sell signal. It's not really a legitimate signal, but it's just interesting to take note of that. And I'll give you a very quick summation of the NASDAQ. The NASDAQ is still stuck between our support and resistance areas. It is very close to cracking below that 5,000 figure, which again will have a psychological impact on the bulls in this market. But until it does, again, very neutral in the NASDAQ, understanding that the Dow Jones Industrial Average has its next cycle to the upside, which will set up another lower high relative to the highs which we saw in May, in June, and also July. So friends and traders, I hope you're understanding that. Look, I cannot really do all that much else for you right now. I've been very, very blessed with a run of good health lately, but unfortunately, I've been struck down with this flu, and really I'm just taking it quite easy and just really following the market from afar and from a distance at this particular moment. I'm very excited about the tradable opportunity which we will see up in this location. But until we get there, until we start to make the definitive move higher, we just need to remain patient on this market and understand that when we get that true momentum rollover at this location, it's going to set up a lot of fantastic and sensational and profitable trading opportunities for us on the downside, not only on the Dow Jones, but also on the S&P, the NASDAQ, and a lot of individual trades as well, a lot of individual stocks. But as at this close on Wednesday, I wanted to end it here. I'm on the verge of breaking out in coughs, and I need to sort of blow my nose and sort of decongest my just my chest and my head really. But look, I just wanted to sign off here. Have a fantastic Wednesday evening, everybody. Sorry for the lackluster market recap today. I'm not my usual self, just because I'm simply unwell. But look, I'm excited to be back with you on Saturday for the pro analysis class. And look, maybe even on Thursday or Friday if I'm feeling a lot better. But really, it's just been quite a dull week for me personally. Have a great Wednesday evening, everyone. I hope you're feeling better than I am. And I look forward to bringing you more market analysis in the future. All the best. Goodbye.